Atta boy. I like to play and sing standing up. So Wuzzy's over here, and I'm going to sing a song in English and a little bit of Spanish. This is a song about the wind. The Spanish word for wind is el viento. Everybody, can you make some wind? Just take your hand and push the air and go whoosh, whoosh. Everybody, whoosh, whoosh. Good. Okay. And now we'll start the song. Everyone else is asleep. Maybe I ought to count sheep. Is that the clock striking 12? Somebody's snoring next door. Listen. Well, that's just a creaky old door. Right. What was that? Okay, everybody make the wind. Shh. It's the wind. It's only the wind. Whistling through the trees. It's the wind. It's only the wind. But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a ghost slipping in through the door, sliding along on my living room floor, sitting downstairs on my sofa. Thank you. He's down there. He's drinking soda on my sofa. Do you think this ghost would hurt me? Oh, really? Okay. Everybody do the wind. Phew. Thank you. Now let's sing it in Spanish. Es el viento. Solamente el viento. Whistling through the trees. Es el viento. Nada más que el viento. But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a snake in the bathtub to me. Soaping up under my shower for free. Sitting curled up in my sink. Oh dear. Yes, I don't like snakes. I think there's a snake in my sink. Ah, you think this snake would hurt me? Okay, everybody, quick, do the viento. He's popped right out of the sink. Es el viento. Nada más que el viento, whistling through the trees. Es el viento, nada más que el viento. Ah, but you know what it sounds like to me.
And Michelle, I'm going to stop right in here.
Sounds like a
if you don't mind stopping. Thank you. Just because of time, and I want to make sure to give a little bit of discussion, and so this is sort of part of the critique. So I'll just start a little bit, and then Ingrid has something is likely different, right? What I thought it was great. I thought it was very clean. Sometimes when we teaching artists are trying to create something, we think that we need to do so many things, but you had the puppet. It was a great conversation. It was very engaging. When I looked at everybody on the screen, everybody was smiling because everybody liked your conversation with Fuzzy. So that, I mean, I have some other points that I think were very positive too. The way that you engaged, of course, this was a video, this was not live, but you gave a little bit of time for us to do the wind that you were doing. So those were my observations. And I don't know if anybody wants to add or say something. Or Michelle, I should ask you, why did you pick that song in particular?
The main reason I picked that song was because I thought I could interact with the puppets and I could use Wuzzy as an intro because he listens. And that song is all about things you hear, sounds like. And I use the song usually to introduce the story of bedtime for Francis. Because in that story, Francis can't sleep from things it sees and hears at night. And that's how I originally began putting the song in the in the curriculum. Ingrid is now holding her hand over my other ear because I can hear the echo on the screen.
Oh.
And it's very disorienting. It's like I can hear me, then I can hear me again.
Yeah. So I just wanted, just to go back a little bit. Sorry, is this better? Well, I don't know if echo-wise how it will be.
I have my finger in my ear now, so that's better.
All right, just a little bit, because this song by itself is out of context, but as you were saying, you use the puppet to introduce the listening, so that's how children will listen. And it's also to listen to all of the sounds of the wind. And I don't know if anybody knows the story, Francis, Bedtime for Francis. Francis is very afraid to go to sleep. She sees all these things and she looks at the crack in the ceiling and she thinks it's a monster, and she looks at something and she thinks it's something else, and she thinks the wind is a ghost. So that's what this story is leading towards in any case. So Francis finally does go to bed. So this is a little out of the whole context, but you made it playful. Well,
and at the end of the song, I talk about how I made the 3 puppets.
So so can we go to? Should we go to the very end of the song? Do you know which minute that is?
Oh gosh, no, but very close to the end.
Very close to the end. Okay.
You can see maybe one puppet, how I made it.
Okay, so Tracy, if you don't mind just going to the end, and in the meantime, would anybody have something to say or to comment or to suggest?
Well, we can share. This is Katrina, and I'm here with David, who was working in our room, and he heard Miss Swee's voice. He's at Oyster with you. He was so happy to hear your voice.
Hi, David. I saw you there. Yes. Now you see some of my friends.
How amazing. He was working on his math and heard your voice.
Wonderful.
And he loved the puppet, and we did the wind. We loved the movement of the wind. That was super fun.
Fabulous. Did you hear that, Michelle?
Yes, I did. That's great.
Wonderful. Okay, we are ready just to listen. David, maybe you can make that puppet. Let's see how Miss Michelle makes it. Go ahead.
Okay. And the pièce de résistance is my spider. I have to admit that I got this ball right here at Michael's. Yeah. So
is that too far? Is that too far?
Okay.
Is that okay? No, that's because we missed the.
Yeah.
That's good.
We need time for
Okay.
oh, great big ball.
Okay.
Like that, and turn around and look at the audience. Yeah, okay. And then I took some really nice, can you see them? Yes. What are they're pipe cleaners. I almost lost the word. Okay, they are pipe cleaners. And I twisted them all together. And then I stuck them underneath the ball, and I used hot glue. You want to be very careful with hot glue. And you know, your mom or dad would help you with that, or your helpers. You mustn't touch it. It's very hot. Okay. And then I took
So
two
we'll
white circles and I
stop
glued them
there.
on the front, and I
So,
magic markered them.
because we need time for Ingrid. But here is the other thing. that you were giving instructions. Obviously, when you make those puppets, children will need assistance from their parents. And
Yeah.
you warned very hot with the glue gun. We can't forget those small nuances and small details, right? When we don't have them live, we have just to imagine that parents will need to help you with that. But anyway, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Can we give Michelle a hand? Okay, thank you. All right.
I'm waving.
No, okay. And now Ingrid has 3 videos. So obviously we cannot watch everything. So Ingrid, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be on the phone with you. I'm gonna be on the phone with you, and you will tell me on the phone, stop there. And I will then open my mic and I will tell Tracy, stop there, and we'll go from there. Because it's just a snippet of each video. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, so let me just tell everybody that. Right, right. So we are going to show a little snippet of each. And the sequence that she created was that it is literacy based. So she will start with a book and she will read, tell the story. Her pace is wonderful. Then the second video, so let's say the second visit, right, in the class in the residency, it is creating those puppets and retelling the story with puppets now. And then the third video is how to make those puppets. So sort of as a complete series. And so Tracy will start, the videos come in order, in the order of the email. So we'll start with the very first. And I will wave frantically when Ingrid says stop. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, we're going to do a puppet show pretty soon. But where do puppet shows come from? Puppet shows tell stories. And the best place I know to get a story is from a book. So are you ready to look at the book and learn the story? Have you got your puppets ready to work with later? All right, let's start the story. This book is called Tacky the Penguin. Do you know what a penguin is? Yes, they're funny looking. They're black and white and have. Do you know they were birds? They don't have wings that fly in the air. They have wings that fly through the water. But there's a wing because that's Tacky the Penguin right there on the cover. I don't know who that is. What do you think that is? A bear? I think you're right. What do you think those are? Maybe they're foxes. Maybe they're dogs. Maybe they're wolves. I guess we'll find out. Now, this wonderful book was written by Helen Lester. I like all the books she writes. She's terrific. And the illustrator is Lynn Munsinger. She makes wonderful pictures. Let's take a look at this book. Now, Tacky the Penguin lives where it's always ice and snow. Show me how you feel when you're really cold. Ooh, we would get cold there. But he has so many feathers all over his body. It's like a really heavy coat, and it keeps him warm. But he doesn't look like any penguin I've ever seen. What has he got on his body? A shirt? I think you're right. He looks pretty funny. Well, let's see what happens in this story. Tacky has 5 friends. Their names are
You can stop.
Goodly, Nicely.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, thank you, Lisa. You wrote about David. I can't see David over here, but I want to see if David is listening to the story. It's shivering with the cold and it's seeing what what Ingrid is doing. So yes, we definitely need student feedback. Ingrid, is there anything did you like that so far? Did you go brrr with the penguin? You did. Okay, okay. We want to see you. All right, Ingrid, what would you like to tell us about this? I'm going to put you on speaker, okay?
Okay. But many years ago, decades ago, I had training on how important it was to experience the book in multiple ways, and that's the only way a child can internalize the story. So this is my idea that you read the book, but you also have them doing some of the acting, doing a lot of the lines, and so that when it comes to a puppet show, they're ready to do the puppet show. And in the classroom, the ideal thing is they all have puppets, and they do the puppet show with me. So I'm hoping that a video like this could recreate some of that effect of what I do in the classroom.
Thank you.
So we should see the next part.
We'll see the next video then. Thank you. You like this one, David?
You like the shivering?
And now, Tacky, the puppet show. This is Tacky the penguin, and we know he lives where it is always ice and snow. Yep, I like it where it's cold. Ooh, yeah, I like snow. And now, Tacky has some friends. Shall we meet his friends? Tacky, shall we meet your friends? Here they are. Let's see how many friends he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And their names are Goodly, Nicely, Lovely, Angel, and Perfect, because they are all perfect. Now, when Tacky's friends greet each other in the morning, they are very polite. They say, "How do you do?" "Oh, so nice to see you today." "Howdy doody do." "Howdy doody 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 do." "How do you do?" Because they are so polite. Is that what Tacky does? Oh no. Tacky goes, "Yo! High five! What's happening?" Because Tacky, you are a very odd bird. I'm a very odd bird. Well, now, Tacky's friends love to march. And when they march, of course they are perfect. They march in a straight line and they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that how Tacky marches? Of course not. He goes 1, 3, 7, 9, 8, 11. Whoa! And he lands on his tummy, and then he lands on his back. He is a very odd bird, aren't you, Tacky? Yep, 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 that's me. Now, when Tacky's friends go swimming, of course they are beautiful. They make themselves into a perfect point, and they dive into the water with a swish. Is that how Tacky dives in the water? Oh no! He makes himself into a ball, and he dives in and he goes splash! Oh, Tacky, you got me all wet. Sorry. Now, when Tacky sings, well, actually, let's hear how his friends sing first. Because, of course, they sing beautifully. They go la 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 la, 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 la 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 la. Is that how Tacky sings? Oh no. Tacky goes, "Whoa! How many toes does a fish have? Oh! How many wings does a cow have? Oh! What would you do if a great big whale sat on your toothbrush and squished it flat?" Tacky, you are such an odd bird. Now, one day, Tacky's friends heard something. Yep, I think I heard something. Oh, I hear something. Oh, dear, 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 what is that? And you remember what they heard? We're gonna catch a penguin, sell it for $1, then we'll all be rich, rich, rich. And Tacky's friend said, run! Those are hunters! And they ran off, and they got behind an iceberg to hide. Is that what Tacky did? Of course not. And here comes the hunters. Oh, we're gonna catch a penguin, sell it for $1, then we'll all be rich, rich, rich. Aha! Look, there's a penguin. At least he looks like a penguin. Do you think he's a penguin? Oh, Tacky went, yo! High five! What's happening? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have you ever seen a penguin do that? No, 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 no. What are you doing down there? You don't act like a penguin. You're a very silly penguin. Are you sure you're a penguin? You want to see me march? Do we want to see him march? Yeah. Let's see him march. 1, 3, 7, 9, 8, 11. Whee! Poof! And plop. Nope. That is not how penguins march. You're a very strange penguin. Are you sure you're a penguin? Of course I'm a penguin. You want to see me dive in the water? Oh, yes. Penguins always dive perfect. And of course, Tacky went whoop, and he went splash. Oh, I'm all wet. I don't like to be wet. Let me help you out there, boys. Okay. And then Tacky said, you want to hear me sing? Oh, yeah. Penguins sing beautifully. Shall we hear him sing? Yeah, let's hear him sing, okay. Oh! How many toes does a fish have? Wait a minute. Fish do not have toes. Are you sure you're a penguin? Oh! How many wings does a cow have? Cows do not have wings. This is a very strange penguin. I don't know about this penguin. Oh! What would you do if a great big whale sat on your toothbrush and squished it flat? No, penguins don't sing like that. You are hurting my ears. I don't like this penguin song. And Tacky's friends heard that, and they came out from behind the iceberg, and they sang with Tacky. Whoa! How many toes does a fish have? Whoa! How many wings does a cow have? Whoa! What would you do if a great big whale sat on your toothbrush and squished it flat? And they all squished themselves flat. Nope, this is not a penguin. These guys are scaring me. These are very strange. Maybe they're monster penguins. I don't know, but I'm getting out of here. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Yikes! I don't like this at all. And Tacky's friend said, Tacky, we love you. You saved us. We like you because you are a very odd bird. And that is the story of Tacky the penguin.
I had to let that go. I had to let that go to the very end. David was watching. He wanted to see the very end. Anyway, good. Yes. So Ingrid, would you like to go straight into the puppet, how you do the puppet? Would you like to say something? Okay. Wait, so everybody can hear you. Go ahead.
The thing that is missing is that when I read the story, I get a lot of asking the children to make themselves into a ball and jump in the water and to sing the song with me and things like that to set up the puppet show a little more.
Yeah, so we read the story too quickly because you had set it all up on that very first video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the children at this point, when you listened when you told the story, they would have been responding with you and acting up with you already.
I hope. That's
Yes.
what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Okay. So these are all, homemade videos. So we'll go to the next homemade video.
Okay.
Okay, of how to make the puppets, unless somebody has a question. If anybody has a question, or I guess not yet. Okay, we'll go to the next video then, please, Tracy.
Hi, I love to make puppets. Some weeks I make puppets every single day of the week. And sometimes I can't find exactly what I'm looking for to make a puppet out of, but I find something even better. Like one day, I needed to make a pig, and look, a back scrubber from the shower, and a pig. Oh, yep, I'm the smart pig, the one that makes the house out of bricks. A pig and a back scrubber. Pretty cool. Now, one day I really needed a horse in a hurry, but all I had was a green sponge. So I made a green horse. Why not? It doesn't matter what color, we're using our imagination anyway. I'm a horse of a different color. Now, one day I saw a brush and I thought, oh, a brush could be a beard. Arr! I'm a pirate. I'm the pirate's captain. Arr! Did you know that R is the favorite letter of every pirate? You like me beard? But here, this is the silliest puppet I think I ever made. A duck. It quacks. Its beak are dustpans. Look at this. The wings are gloves, and so is the tail. An old glove stuffed up. And grown-ups know what this is. This is all clean stuff. Some of it's never been used for anything except a puppet, but you can make puppets out of anything. So then, I want to show you some suggestions of ways you maybe could make a penguin, because penguins can be made out of lots of different things. You might want some fabric or some foam. In fact, penguins have yellow beaks. You might want yellow foam or yellow construction paper and something white for the belly and for the eyes. And I found this in the trash this morning and thought, I wonder if I could make a penguin out of that. Who knows? We'll figure it out. It's also very useful to have old cardboard. Cereal boxes have some of the best cardboard. And of course, you might need some markers or some crayons and some glue and a scissors. Gotta have that. You also might want some tape. And I like to make puppets on sticks. You saw all my puppets, they were all on sticks. And so here's some different kinds of sticks you can use. An old plastic knife, a paint stirrer, a stick. You could use a pencil, as a matter of fact. So let me see. One of my favorite things in the whole world to make into a puppet is a toilet paper roller. Now, if you're going to have a penguin, you might want to color it all black. In fact, let me show you what I did with paper towel, paper roller, toilet paper. Look at that. I colored in the roller and made it black. I cut out some flippers. I cut out a little beak and some eyes and some feet. And in this one, I glued a pencil for a stick. Pretty neat looking penguin, don't you think? Here's another one. Just a little different. You don't ever want your puppets all to look exactly alike. This one, I used an old plastic knife and I taped it on the back so it could be a stick puppet too. Now, remember I showed you this? There, I thought and thought and thought, how could I make that into a penguin? Well, maybe it's a penguin or maybe it's an owl, but it sure looks neat. Look at those eyes. But we can use it for a penguin. Waddle, 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 waddle. And it can swim. Or it could fly like an owl. Now, sometimes I just make costumes on teddy bears because did you know that teddy bears love to dress up? My teddy bears do anyway. This teddy bear is wearing an old sock, a clean sock, of course. I cut a hole in the sock so the teddy bear could see out of, and I cut holes in the sides so the teddy bear could stick his arms out to be flippers for a penguin. And of course, he's got a white tummy. I tickled him. And he's got yellow feet and a yellow beak. And let's take it off so you can see my teddy bear underneath here. Here we go. And there he is, the teddy bear. And here it is, his costume. We could turn this teddy bear into anything if we had enough socks. Oh, and here's another teddy bear of my teddy bears. See that? This is a panda bear. So he started out black and white. So his flippers are the right color if you want to use him. But he's got a tummy and feet and a beak, hole for his eyes. Let's take the costume off of him and take a look. It's a different way to take your socks off. Take them off of a teddy bear. And here he comes. Ta-da! Hi, I like being a penguin. Now, this is a really interesting looking penguin. Look at that. You know what it's made out of? A glove. I took a scissors and I cut the tip of the middle finger off and stuck a stick in it to hold him up. And then the other two fingers turned into his feet, or his legs. I glued feet on them. And to make it, the fingers all stay together, I glued a tummy on the 3 middle fingers. But look at this. He's got flippers. There's the thumb. There's the pinky finger. And he can waddle, 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 waddle. Look at that. Looks like he's got a hat on. So a glove can be a penguin. In fact, a blue glove can be a blue penguin. We can have a green horse. We can have a blue penguin. Waddle, 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 waddle. He's got forks taped together for stiffening and to be his stick. Now here's one of my favorite kinds of puppets. This is like I made that we did the puppet show with. Let me show you how easy it is. You take a ball. You see that ball there? You have to get a grown-up to do this part, make a hole in the ball, and then stick a stick or a pencil and glue it into the ball. Then he needs a cardboard ring, which I cut out of my cereal box. I cut a strip of cardboard and I rolled it up and glued it into a ring, stuck it in a sock. There we go again with the clean socks. I never throw away. When I lose one sock, I always save the other one. And he can waddle, 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 waddle. I glued flippers on so he can swim. And of course, he can go, whoop, there'll be a cannonball and jump into the water. Here's another one, a gray penguin. Why not? We have blue penguins, green horses, gray penguins. And this, I used an old wooden spoon. Put a hole in the ball, glued it in, and there's another penguin. So, make some penguins. Put on your own Tacky the Puppet Show. What fun. Bye.
Fantastic. Ingrid, do you want to say something? Hold. I think I lost you for a moment. Go ahead.
You got me back?
I have you back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just hope the video speaks for itself. I have sketched out about 10 stories, but I don't know things like the legality. I have to check into that of using books and, copyright stuff. But that's the only reason I haven't produced a whole lot of these yet.
Well, thank you. It was fantastic. I should ask, and I'm only going to ask one question, then we really should just open the floor for anybody just to speak. But I would like to ask from David. David, what did you learn today that it's something new that you hadn't thought about before?
What did you learn?
When the odd penguin helped his friends with the ones that were trying to trap a penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Do you have something else that you would like to say, to share about anything you saw today?
Was it fun to watch?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be making penguins this afternoon.
Ingrid. That's wonderful. And
It was really great. We enjoyed it.
as a parent, Katrina,
Yes.
since you were right there and I saw you interacting a lot with David, tell us a little bit of what was your experience looking at this video done this way, and if you can give some feedback on the product itself, of both Michelle and Ingrid, please.
Well, I think what we really liked is that there were ways for us to engage in the story or engage in the puppet making. So we did the motions, we talked about what was happening. So I thought that was really great. In both instances, we were able to do, moving with the wind, or he loved the splashing when the penguin got wet or she got wet when the storytelling so that was super fun and engaging and playful. And then I really appreciated that the puppets are all things that we have here already. I've seen a lot of things for parents where it's like a hot glue gun, or I guess I need to buy off of Amazon. A lot of things that we may not have already. So I really appreciated that there were things in the puppets that we already have here that we'll do. We think we're going to go find some of our daddy's socks.
Thank you very much. And I wanted to put it out there, and thank you, David, so much for speaking too. That's exciting. You can share with everybody at Oyster what you saw and that you were here sharing with us in the middle of this meeting. Thank you very much. Your opinion is very important.
Thank you.
The one thing we as teaching artists and putting out there, like Marcia's video that we saw last week as well, and Michelle and Ingrid, they are pros in their field. And there is so much we can really learn from them. And I know that right now we are sharing, and there are so many ideas that we are going to bring it into our own practice, and we are going to do it at home. But I would put another thought there, that it would be engaging our colleague teaching artists as consultants in our own work. I would like my video to look as beautiful and as clean, and I may need another eye. So I may think of engaging, Ingrid and Michelle, could you please be my consultants in the video that I'm making? Because this is an experience that they already have. And here is another way, because I'm really trying to think into all the many directions into our world of teaching artists can go, how we can truly collaborate, but not only collaborate, but support each other in that way, and having their strengths combined with ours. And, I'm looking forward to growing to the level where they are. So I just wanted to put that there. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Wait. Okay, you have two great advantages. Tell us.
I majored in radio and television and started my career in television. I have 2 Emmys. And Michelle is a fabulous director. If you could have watched her while I was on camera telling me what to do, where to look and what to do, it really takes 2 to pull this off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to hire you. That's what I'm suggesting everybody to do. To hire our colleagues with such experience like you, because we can see the outcome. And if we want a certain impact, we need to do our best to achieve that impact, which you certainly have. And I am sure that your live classes will not be very different than your very well thought out videos. And again, I would love to engage you in my very own professional development. And that's what I'm putting out there for everybody to think about. So the floor is open. Anybody like to say something? No. Mary Gressler, yeah, go ahead. I can't hear you. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
I know, I'm trying to figure out how to do all this. Okay, I was just taking lots of notes on how to make all those puppets. I just thought that was so fascinating. Ingrid, with your video segments, I was so impressed about, like, I think Celia already mentioned the pacing was so, I thought was so good for little ones to follow. You were so easy to follow. And the visuals were so engaging with the 5 penguins, but also the water, the use of the water, and it was such a nice, wonderful, engaging package. I was wondering whether the children were engaged, and you said that they were because of the first segment of the video, that you had got them into that. So that's what I would have wanted to see in the second one when you were doing the puppet show, and you explained that they would be. And then how to make those puppets in the third segment, I thought was brilliant, using all the things from the house. And I could see this turning into do you do this with a workshop, how to make puppets from household products? And using these 3 segments, are you thinking of using these as a way to go into like a family video for families, or is it something? What is your plan to do with this kind of 3-segment type of video?
Okay, we're trying to make a living. And I'll be perfectly honest. And if we can sell it to families for a little money, we do that. If it's what the teachers want to give to their school system, I mean, we lost a lot of money this spring, and we're just trying to figure it out. Use our talent.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think that the video links were put on the chat. I think that we should not maybe put on the chat, especially with your question when it comes to the rights, the copyright to actually use until you check all of that. So if you don't mind, Tracy, just to strike those. But
We have to check that. Yeah.
Right. But I also know that sometimes we do know of funding, or we may have funding that we would like to engage some people. So here we are. I also find that this may be a platform we could bring forward and just show the world what kind of work we do, because people may simply not know, and hopefully engage some of our teaching artists that come to show here. But you know what, Ingrid, it's I know you've done these workshops before at Wolf Trap, because I've taken it myself for teachers though, but a family workshop, that would be something fantastic. So we can talk more about that. And I think that parents would be willing to contribute with some money. Let me just ask, as Katrina, you as a parent, or all of us that are parents, would you be willing to, if there is such a workshop, contribute with, to pay for this service? And you can be totally candid, because it's important that we know what the thinking is there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all looking for ways to engage our kids in different and new ways. In particular this summer, because while we have lots of things coming from the schools right now, we're not sure what summer camp will look like. And so I think the opportunity for kids to engage in new activities at home, I like the idea of it as doing it as a family. I think could be a great opportunity. And like everything we saw today was really, I mean, he was totally engaged in it. And things that we already have here that we can do together as a family are really a neat idea. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. And I also see, Joanna, you said there that as an arts director in a school, you would be willing to be bringing somebody. And I know we had mentioned at one point that you did have some funding that was designated to that. I don't know if there are new fundings for such thing, but fundings that were committed to such program. Oh, sorry.
I'll also say, as nonprofits in this space, I work at DC Scores, you know, we are creating summer camp activities, virtual summer camp activities for kids. So I think partnering in this way or paying in partnership to enhance what we're able to offer is a great opportunity for the summer as well.
Yeah. So there you are. Let's all collaborate. Let's bring a question. Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking at Katrina's wall, and I see there's a baby. Is that a baby brother or a baby sister?
Yeah, there's a baby brother. He's 2 now.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
Joe.
He is so lucky to have you as a big brother.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And you gotta love these ladies. They are so thoughtful. They notice in every detail. Love you, love you, love you. Anyway. Anything else you would like to say, to share? We have 30 seconds of the meeting.
I just wanted to thank Michelle and Ingrid for sharing and apologize for the technical difficulties. And then we have, you know, the Teaching Artist and Practitioner listserv where you can feel free to share this information. There's also a community partnerships listserv. So if organizations are looking for teaching artists, they can share on those listservs. Teaching artists can share what they have to bring. I can put out some language that is a little bit more like explicit in how to use the listservs to encourage that. But yeah, I think this is a great place to extend the conversation a little bit. But yeah, and Sylvia, thank you so much for organizing these two and for bearing with us as, you know, with the technical challenges. So thank you.
Oh, I love the challenge myself. But what I want to put there very quickly is that I think for the past 2 times we've seen such accomplished teaching artists, and I don't want people to be intimidated towards that. I mean, I'll be glad to come and present something much rawer, that it's still much work because we present this as a critique platform also. And I think we have to be unafraid to come. This is a place in which we can be vulnerable enough because it's comfortable and trust each other. So thank you very much for this platform. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I'm technically not very capable, so I'm gonna, yes. Thank you, everybody. Ingrid and Michelle, we are closing up. Do you want to say goodbye?
Thank you all so much. Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Bye. Thank you.